Hi, everybody. Stephanie here with the Hair Care Company. I know I look a little different right now. As you can see, I have I've taken off my wig because if you didn't know, I was wearing a wig and I have gone to the barbershop. I went yesterday and cut it all off. And I figure it is time you heard my entire story. I know some of you know my story in pieces. And some of you know a few things about just what I have been going through for the past 3 years. But I have decided that I'm going to let everybody in on my journey now because I'm at a point where I can move forward. And I believe that God has allowed me to go through this so I can help others as well. So let me just tell you my story. I have been wearing a wig since October of 2017. That's when I first uh, put a wig together for myself. And the reason being is because I have a chronic illness that there is no cure to. And I've been suffering from it for about since 2003, which is when I was diagnosed. Well, in 2016 I went in for a small routine surgery to remove a small stricture that I had, and the surgeon was not as skilled, and it flared up my whole system. And make a long story short, I ended up in Johns Hopkins Hospital for most of the year. I went in April and I was in and out. Well, I was in for a few months for the first stint, and I came back to work, I think, in August, just part time. And then I had another operation in November and I was back in the hospital. So I spent most of the year of 2016, from the beginning of April practically to the end of the year, in and out of the hospital. But at one given time, I think I was there maybe 4 months for one stretch. But anyway, got everything together. The doctor got me healthy. I got a new surgeon. I got a new team at Johns Hopkins, which is a wonderful hospital. And they decided to put me on a different medication, which would go along with, I have to give myself a shot every week. So it would go along with the shot. I had to take this pill every day. Well, little to my knowledge that this pill was a chemo pill. And this is something that I have to take for the rest of my life. So needless to say, I didn't know exactly what it was. I'm just following what the doctor says. And, I've learned so much on this journey, especially that you have to be your own advocate. But I took, it's called mercaptopurin. So I took it, and I started to find out that my hair was starting to fall out. And if you know me, any of my friends who know me, I am a hairstylist. You guys know I have my own hair care product line. I take pride in keeping hair healthy, and I have always, always had a great looking head of hair. I always got compliments on my hair cut, on the style, on how thick it is. Just about my entire adult life. I became a hairstylist when I was 18. So to have my hair start falling out was, needless to say, very traumatic for me. And so I went to the doctor, and I said my hair is falling out. And I happened to look up mercaptopurin. Well, I found out that it is used for leukemia patients and Crohn's patients, which is what the condition I've been diagnosed with. And it says that you would lose your hair. Hair falling out was a side effect of it, and it was temporary. And once you stop using it, your hair will start to grow back. Well, my dilemma was I can't stop using it. But it was a very low grade. So I went to the doctor and I was like, my hair is falling out. Doctor, it's coming out. He says, I said, and it's this medication that you gave me. He says, well, it's not the medication. Let's talk technicalities. Stuff like this make you want to punch your doctor in the throat. I mean, I love him. I really do. And I realized that his job is to keep me alive and hair is secondary. But, a brother could have warned the sister. So this is what he says. He says, well, it's not necessarily making your hair fall out, but it's making your skin excessively dry, and your scalp where you have hair follicles is getting extremely dry. And when it's very dry, it falls out. And I'm like, what's the difference? My hair is falling out. So he sends me to a dermatologist. So he wanted to send me to a woman dermatologist there at Johns Hopkins. But I have clients who come here, and I wanted to go to a dermatologist who was an African American woman because I felt that she could understand my plight better. Anyway, I went to see this doctor, and she prescribed me all kinds of stuff, and I have some stuff here that I was prescribed. I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but she and I had some words after she tried to treat me, and nothing, when I say nothing she prescribed to me, nothing worked. If anything, it made it absolutely worse. I actually took some I have a microscope, so I took some pictures with my microscope of my scalp. When I showed it to my doctor, he was like, I don't even know what I'm looking at. When I showed it to her, she kept saying, you just have to be patient. And I'm like, I'm not getting any better. And I mean, she gave me, let me see, I got some scalp oil here. This thing is almost empty. Didn't work. I got shampoos. Didn't work. Something right here. Didn't work. I got lotions. I got potions. Almost full. Totally didn't work. Terrible. I even got some prescription hydrocortisone. Don't know what I was supposed to use that with. She even gave me this mousse for my hair, and nothing would work. And so that's when she and I got into a little heated debate. And she kept saying, I am a hair expert. And I'm like, no, you're not. I'm a hair expert. You're a skin expert. And I'm telling you, what you're giving me, first of all, it was not fixing my scalp. And second of all, my hair felt like I could scour pots and pans. I could clean white wall tires with it. That's how, it was awful. It felt like barbed wire. It was so brittle. And I mean, I was oiling it. You guys, I got my own products. I was doing whatever I could. So she says, stop making your motions and your potions and doing all your little things. You don't know what you're doing. Oh, okay. Even though I've helped countless women grow their hair back, I have been to, I've had trichology training. I've been certified in holistic care. I am a holistic scalp specialist, but I don't know what I'm doing yet. Because you have the name MD behind you, you think you're better and you think you know better. And I should have followed my first thought, and when it first wasn't working, but I kept going back to her saying it's not working. Now, of course, I'm just what you would call a holistic practitioner. I'm not an alternative medicine practitioner, but I'm not a medical doctor. So of course I'm going to think that the doctors know better than I do. So my, Einstein self said, well, the doctor knows better. So for a whole year and a half, I had been doing what the doctor said. So I finally was like, I've had it. I'm fed up. Nothing you have been giving me is working. My hair is falling out. So I just stopped using it, and I started working on it myself, using my own products. So I was like, my scalp is really dry. I need a scalp exfoliation. Well, the problem I had with my scalp exfoliation is that the sugar scrub is made with shea butter. Little did I know I had developed a nut allergy, a slight nut allergy. Now, it was like the circus nuts would break me out from those peanuts that you could get at the circus that you shell. And after I used some shea butter on it, it would itch a little. But then I put one of my products, which is a moisturizer, which is a shea butter base, to my scalp, and it actually infected my scalp because I had the nut allergy. So I'm like, okay, that's not going to work. And this is my product now. This is my product that I use on my clients, that works for everybody else, and it was not working for me. I did not know what to do. So I'm like, anything with nuts in it, I can't use. So I told my doctor about it. I said, I need another dermatologist. I went to another dermatologist, and she was a woman. I believe she is from Italy. Sweetheart. I can't even think of her name. I've only been to her once, but it was very interesting what went down in her office because she listened to me. I brought all of these products. I had everything in the bag, and I'm like, it's not working. Nothing is working. She sits back and she looks at me and she says, so you've been using your own products. You have a product line. I said, yes, it's all natural and I mix essential oils. You know, I found out that I have a nut allergy. So that some of the products that I make that's shea butter based, I can't use. Um, and so she looked up my website. She looked at my products. She looked on my ingredients. I mean, she was really into, you know, listening to me. She comes after she finishes reading, she turns around and she says to me, she says, I have a lot of African American clients. I think I'm going to refer them to your website and she said, you need to let people in on your journey. She said, because what you are doing is working. She said, you are able to customize your products for you. You found out that the shea butter isn't working for you because you have this nut allergy that I've developed over time through, you know, getting ill and having a severe flare up in 2016. She says, you keep searching. She said, because you're going to do a better job than me, which is the other doctor. She was just trying to get paid. I mean, this thing right here, I think this little bottle that didn't work for me, my copay with the insurance was $125 for this. This thing is like, I think it's like 2 ounces, maybe 60 milliliters, however much. I think that's about 2 ounces. Anyway, some expensive stuff that wasn't working. And it made me wonder, you know, if she was trying to pad her pockets. But anyway, so I've been working on it. So she said, where was I? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry if I'm rambling. She says what you're doing is right. She said, I'm going to give you a shampoo and I'm going to give you an oil. I only want you to use it if you find that you are coming against a brick wall and you're not getting spots in your hair that's not getting any better. She said, use the shampoo every now and then if you need to. She said, but stay on the course because you are getting better. Because remember, I had the microscopic pictures. I had that in my phone that I showed her of my scalp. But I still wasn't able to moisturize it because I couldn't use the shea butter on my shelf. And then I thought about a product that I made for my client. And you guys might have seen me talking about Tasha's moisture treatment. And I made it for a client of mine whose name is Tasha, was named after her. And I had formulated it just for her. And she kept saying, when are you going to put this out? So I'm like, if I formulated it for her, why can't I formulate some stuff for me where it won't have any ingredients that will break me out, but it will give me what I need to start to heal my scalp. So that's what I did. And it's gotten so much better. And now it's thick enough. You can still see a little thinning, but it's thick. It was thick enough to where I felt I could come off of this wig because I really need to be outside. I really need to let the sun get to it, but it's not dry. All of this used to be so dry and brittle, and you could actually see where my skin would change colors, like right here. And it's still a little discolored, but for the most part, I got it back. So now I'm on this journey. And I want you guys to come along with me. I'm going to let it grow out, but I figured it out with no help from the dermatologist that I went to, but I'm getting it together, and pretty soon I'm going to be launching a custom blend product line where you have a consultation with me, and we talk about what you are allergic to, if you're on any medications, if you have high blood pressure, if you have kidney problems, whatever is going on with you. It's going to be an extensive consultation, and then I will custom blend some products just for you because that's what I did for me, and it's actually working. Now, I'm not downing doctors. Do not get me wrong. There are some excellent ones out there, and sometimes, you do need help, and pharmaceuticals are there to help us get better. And then sometimes pharmaceuticals are used just to make the symptoms go away. because the money is in the comeback. And that's what was happening to me. I kept coming back to the doctor because this isn't working and that isn't working. But I wasn't getting any better. My hair wasn't growing back. I couldn't go out in public. And when it first, I took pictures when it first started falling out, and it had gotten so bad. I mean, you could actually see what I was thinking. But here I am. So it's all off. I just went to the barbershop yesterday. I colored it. I'm really, really quite gray. You know, I am transparent with you guys because I know you guys saw when I first made the wig. I had shown that video and I put it on and I showed you how I customized it and everything like that. But yeah, I'm not that transparent with the gray. You're never gonna see. I'm gonna tell you I got gray hair. You know I have gray hair, but you're gonna never see it. So don't even say, well, how much gray do you have, Stephanie? Show us your gray. Let your gray grow out. It's not happening. Not till I'm about 70. Anyway, I just wanted to just tell my story. Here I am, you know, I don't necessarily like this. This is not, you know, my ideal style, but my hair grows pretty fast. I got the scalp healthy, and that's the key to healthy hair, getting the scalp healthy first. So now that my scalp is healthy, I'm on this journey, and I don't, as much as I love to wear a short, funky haircut with a relaxer, I don't think I'm going to have that again. So I'm going to be learning about twist outs and, you know, getting more into developing products that'll work really well with natural hair. Maybe, I don't know, because that's what Shea Moisture and all them are for. My stuff is about helping to grow your hair back. So I'm really not into the, you know, the curling puddings and jellies and, you know, edge controls. That's not my forte. Mine is healing the scalp. But who knows? You never know what the future holds. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you, and just stay tuned. I'm working on putting together a program because I believe God let me go through this so I can be able to put this program together where I can actually customize products for you if you are having problems. And then hopefully we will get to the point where I can train other hairstylists on how to do it, because, you know, some of these doctors out here, they're not interested in you getting better. The money is in the comeback. But if you have a good one, stick with them. I don't want to down all doctors, but my experience with the first one, dermatologist, was not the best. But anyway, thanks for listening to me. I just wanted to share my story, and let's see where it goes. So, well, that's it for now. I hope you join me on this journey. I'm going to let you in on it step by step and let you know my progress without using pharmaceuticals, which I was at first instructed to do. But, you know, I'm all about education. I'm all about healing naturally, healing the scalp. So if you want to know a little bit more information, I have put out a free ebook. If you don't know about it, I'll leave the link above, or it might be a link below. I'm not sure where it's going to be, depending on what platform you are. And, you know, share, subscribe if you're on YouTube, like if you're on Facebook, and join me on this journey. And thanks for listening to me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Talk to you soon. Bye.